As soon as Zhang Yi spoke, several forces in Tianhai City rushed to collect materials for him. Within a few days, the entire Tianhai City was plundered, and they sent a large amount of rare materials to Zhang Yi. Zhang Yi praised their contributions, and then sent the materials to Lu Qian's studio, asking her to start replicating the origin bullet. The task of replicating the origin bullet was also very challenging for Lu Qian. After all, there was no advanced industrial assembly line in the shelter. It was entirely dependent on Lu Qian's divine machine control ability to carry out the operation. Zhang Yi was not in a hurry and let Lu Qian take his time. Anyway, the war in Tianhai City is now over, and there will be no large-scale conflicts in the next long years. However, since the materials for the origin bullet were available, Zhang Yi also tried to let Lu Qian build a new set of combat uniforms for him based on this. Lu Qian quickly waved his hand. "Brother, you should give up this idea." In 1 second. She explained it to Zhang Yi carefully. It turns out that the origin bullet is only used against the aliens and can break the aliens' body protection. However, if the materials used to make the origin bullets are used to make protective clothing, the defensive power may not be as effective as ordinary bulletproof vests. To put it simply, it's like physical resistance and magic resistance. If you use the materials of the origin bullets to make a battle suit, the defense against the alien power will be stronger. But if you encounter someone with a gun, or an enhanced or orc alien who is good at strength, this material is not as good as the current protective clothing. After Lu Qian's explanation, Zhang Yi immediately understood. He touched his chin and thought, then, can this material be used to make a lining? Wear it inside the protective clothing? After Zhang Yi's advice, Lu Qian's eyes lit up. It's indeed a very good idea. Before Zhang Yi could be happy, Lu Qian poured cold water on him again. But it's easier to make bullets, but it's more difficult to make a new suit. She spread her hands. First you need to spin the thread, and then weave it into clothes. It's easier said than done. Zhang Yi slapped her forehead, and then she remembered that she was a mechanic, not a tailor. Anyway, you should replicate the origin bullet first. As for the suit, you can spend more time to figure it out later. Lu Qian nodded. Okay, big brother. Soon after, Lu Qian's origin bullet was replicated. With the divine machine, it is very easy for her to replicate a weapon as long as she has the original as a sample and enough materials. She gave Zhang Yi a box with rows of silver bullets densely packed inside. Well, what is this? Zhang Yi saw the silver bullets and couldn't help but be surprised. I remember the origin bullet should be black? Lu Qian said proudly, I improved it based on the origin bullet. I added rhodium to it to increase the rigidity of the bullet, and it contains heavy metal toxins. Once the enemy is shot, his injury will be aggravated by the heavy metal infection. Zhang Yi heard this and stopped his hand in midair when he wanted to take the bullet. Poisoned, right? You really have my style. Lu Qian said quickly, I know, big brother. You must like this. After all, your usual style is more. Lu Qian stopped abruptly and swallowed back the words, unscrupulous or shameless. Zhang Yi had a few black lines on his forehead. I'll take it as a compliment, but if it's poisonous, how can I use it? Lu Qian said, the poison is inside. Only after it leaves the gun. After the gunpowder burns and encounters blood, the toxin will be activated. If it is not activated, it will have no effect on the body. I'll name it the Holy Silver Bullet. In this way, it can also be distinguished from the origin bullet. So that people won't find out that you copied the ammunition from the Jiangnan district. Zhang Yi couldn't help but praise Lu Qian's wit. He reached out and picked up a holy silver bullet. The moment he touched it, he could feel a slight discomfort. This thing did have an effect on his superpowers. Fortunately, Zhang Yi's superpower was space. Therefore, special bullets or ordinary bullets made no difference to him. When Zhang Yi was studying the bullet, Lu Qian brought over another huge metal box. The box was nearly 2 meters long and looked very heavy. Even Lu Qian, who did manual work all day, had a hard time carrying it. Brother, there is another good thing I made especially for you. Take a look and see if you like it. Zhang Yi's eyes lit up immediately when he saw the length of the box. Could it be a new gun made for me? Liu Karen's divine machine control can polish the machinery to the most refined level, which means that she can greatly improve the performance of the weapon. Liu Karen smiled and nodded. Brother, you are still smart. You know what it is at a glance. Zhang Yi was overjoyed. He reached out to take the weapon box, then put it on the table and reached out to open the buckle. What caught his eyes was a complete set of dark silver weapons. A pair of silver pistols with mysterious violet patterns on them. A heavy sniper rifle, with the bracket and the wall separated, was Zhang Yi's favorite anti-material sniper rifle. Zhang Yi is very fond of weapons now. When he saw them, he immediately picked them up and played with them. An expert knows whether they are good or not as soon as he makes a move. When the weapons are in his hands, the perfect weight and perfect feel make Zhang Yi so excited that he wants to hug Liu Karen and kiss him. Great! These weapons are really great, Zhang Yi said happily. Liu Karen said, the weapons and the holy silver bullets are used together. In other words, even if the weapons or bullets are picked up by someone alone, they cannot be used normally. This is a private customization for you, big brother. Liu Karen's little face flushed. Zhang Yi's love for weapons greatly satisfied her vanity. As a top mechanical craftsman, seeing her work appreciated by others is her proudest thing. Then, she told Zhang Yi the name of her set of weapons. The two dark silver pistols were named White Owl, and the anti-material sniper rifle was named Thunder. Zhang Yi took the guns and quickly figured out how to use them skillfully. In his excitement, he did not forget to reward Liu Karen. So Zhang Yi walked over with a smile, stretched out his hand, and gently patted Liu Karen's fair face. Karen, you are really a unique genius. You have made great contributions this time. Tell me, what reward do you want?